Hi grade 7, welcome to your first lesson of guitar this term. Today we're going to be taking a break from our movie themes. We're going to come back to it, but we're going to go to our TV show themes just for a little while before we get to some other stuff, before we get to some other themes. There's so many categories of themes, but we're going to focus on three main ones. So, starting off, we have our classic with a man or a sponge that lives in a pineapple under the sea. Let's go! 1, 2, 3, let's go! Aye, kids! And that is SpongeBob, who lives in a pineapple under the sea. So let's get straight to it. A perfect piece to get your fingers warmed up. So don't be fooled just because he's a dumb sponge. You got to get your alternate picking up to speed if you want to play the song up to speed. So be very particular with your alternate picking. And also bring in the harder chords in guitar. So let's zoom into the guitar and let's learn the SpongeBob SquarePants theme. Alright, so starting up, we're going to have our G bar chord. Now, wherever you put your middle finger, you're going to build your bar chord. By now, we should be getting into these harder chords because we've done so many things, so many hard lead lines. So now we need to get the harder chords in guitar. So we're going to put our middle finger on the 4th fret of the G. When you do that, you're going to put your ring finger on the 5th fret of the A, pinky on the 5th fret of the D. Now, very important point, extremely important. Make sure your fingers are curved out, okay? They're curved out. If your finger is collapsing like this on the joints, if this part is super stretched out like that, that means a lot of the force is coming from this top joint, and we don't want that. That means you're going to be working so hard for nothing. So what we want is, if that happens, the fix is your wrist is too low. So you want just let your wrist come up, and naturally your fingers will curve. Don't let these joints collapse. Let them be nice and curved all the way through. So that allows a transfer of energy, okay? And then your index finger is just gonna bloop, 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 lie down. So how we're gonna do this is holding these three notes on the 5th fret, middle, on the 4th fret of the G string. You're gonna take your index finger, swirl it around, swirl it the other direction. Don't let these fingers change, just lie down, okay? So another very important point is the pressure. Make sure your thumb is behind the neck. You can't see my thumb because it's behind the neck, halfway behind the neck. If it's up over here, your finger's gonna get so squished together, you're not gonna hold it properly. So make sure your thumb is behind the neck, not hiding it on purpose, no, but your wrist is going down a little bit. So you don't want your wrist to go down all the way, or else you'll collapse the finger. You don't want to be up over here, or else you'll squish the chords. You want to find that sweet spot, okay? And with your index finger, you want it to use the side. So you're letting the finger lie sideways. If you let it be flat like this, you're going to have a hard time because your hand's going to be weird. And also, this is the soft part of your finger. You want it to be the hard part. So you hold those three notes, swirl your finger around, lay it down sideways. That's your G bar chord because this 3rd fret on the low E string is your G note. We're going to take the same bar chord and move it to the 8th fret. So this index finger is on the 8th fret, ring and pinky on the 10th, middle finger on the 9th, and then this one's also playing the bottom 2. Okay? So we're just playing those G bar chords and those C bar chords. Make sure you practice them for yourself so you can get them good. These are the harder chords in guitar, harder in terms of strength. But if you spend time and you feel the burn, and if you don't give up even when it really, really hurts, that's when you're going to be able to get it. So apply that pressure. Don't let these fingers end up being collapsed. Let them curve out. Use the side of your index finger. And don't let, this is another very common problem, letting your ring finger move too far back and getting that buzzy sound. So make sure your ring finger is on the forward side of that A string, okay? Not here, also it'll really mess up your sound. It happens to a lot more people than you think. Alright, so with our middle finger there on the 4th fret of the G string, we're gonna make this triangle shape. Alright, so middle on the 4th, index on the 3rd of the B, ring on the 5th of the B. And we're gonna go. That's our triangle. If you join the dots, do-da-do. So we're going to go up the triangle. Going up is going down the fret. All right, don't get confused. I'm going up the scale. All right, going up the scale. So you go up the triangle, down the triangle. So we go 4, 3, 5, 3, 4. Then we draw some stairs here. We extend it up, all right, to where that ring finger or pinky was on that bar chord. It also looks like this F chord shape, right? This is the F shape, but we're just taking it over here to make that G. All right, so triangle, then a line. It's like you're drawing the line, those stairs, okay? So with my picking hand, I'm just going down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. After every down is an up. If you can be able to do a down, up on every single note, then you are growing and you're making yourself much better as a guitarist. But if you're just going down, 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 then you're not growing as a guitarist. I want you to get those alternate pickings rather than just down, 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 down. All right? So we're going down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So you should start on the down and finish on the down. All right? So up the triangle, down the line, another triangle. All right? And you finish on that middle finger. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? Then you build that G bar chord off that middle finger. SpongeBob SquarePants. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's do that slowly. SpongeBob SquarePants. And if you have that, you already have 90% of the song, or more like 85. Because what you're going to do is you're going to take your middle finger, put it on the 8th fret of the G string, the exact same shape, and do the exact same pattern. No difference. Draw the triangle, up the stairs. Triangle, finish on the middle stair. Alright, so far. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? SpongeBob SquarePants. Yellow and porous and absorbent is he. SpongeBob SquarePants. If barnacle nonsense be something you wish, SpongeBob SquarePants. Then hop on the deck and you flop like a fish. SpongeBob SquarePants. Well, the words are something like that. So you just go from the G chord to the C chord, from the G to the C. So let's do it nice and slow. 3, go. Then after you reach that C the second time, we're just going to go for SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants. So what I'm doing is, I'm doing an upside down triangle from the 8th fret of the B. So middle on the 8th fret of the B, ring on the 9th fret of the G, index on the 7th fret of the G. Alright, so that's an upside down triangle if you join the dots. Then I finish on the 9th fret of the D. So SpongeBob SquarePants. So you do that 3 times. SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants. And on the 4th time you go SpongeBob SquarePants. So we'll go from the 7 to the 9 on the G, then the 7 to the 8 on the B. So SpongeBob. Make sure you get that snap. You don't go SpongeBob, go SpongeBob SquarePants. So that means hit and you release to make it a short note, not just hold it down. So SpongeBob SquarePants. Then we do the classic finish. So all I'm doing there is middle pinky, so 8, 10 on the B. Then index finger on the 7th fret of the high E. Then back to the 10 of the B. So 8, 10, 7, 8. So you can think of it in 3 different moves. The first move is middle pinky, index, middle. So middle pinky, index, middle. Down, up, down, up, down, up. Down, up, down, up, down, up. Then grab the 7th fret on the G and slide to the 12th. Whenever you're making big slides like this, remember the trick is look at where you're sliding. Don't look at where you're sliding from, but look where you're sliding to. Don't be that rock star who's looking over here, then you end up overshooting it, or you end up undershooting it. Worst thing that can happen. Always look to where you're going, and you never miss it, unless you purposefully try to miss it, okay? So that ending, classic ending. So let's go from that ending part, from SpongeBob SquarePants. Ready? Go. SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants. Alright, so let's do it one more time from the beginning. So we're going from that G to the C, G to the C twice, then to that ending. Da, 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 da. Ready? 3, go. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? SpongeBob SquarePants, absorbent and yellow and porous is he. SpongeBob SquarePants, if nautical nonsense be something you wish. SpongeBob SquarePants, then drop on the deck and flop like a fish. SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants. Full speed. Are you ready, kids? No. Alright, let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? SpongeBob SquarePants, absorbent and yellow and porous is he. SpongeBob SquarePants, if nautical nonsense be something you wish. SpongeBob SquarePants, then hop on the deck and you flop like a fish. SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants. Alright, and that's pretty much it. SpongeBob SquarePants, everybody. Even though it might sound kind of funny, the thing is there's a lot of stuff going on. Our left hand is going to have to put that pressure for those bar chords. Alright? And our right hand is going to have to do the alternate picking. So down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And if you can do those two things, you're leveling up as a guitarist, without a doubt. So spend some time getting it good. Don't play your bar chords and let them sound like this. Alright, that doesn't sound good. You want to make sure you put the pressure and you can hear each string nicely one by one. Stick to the main pointers I gave you about having your fingers nice and curved, your thumb behind the neck, and your finger on the side. And also, realize you're going to have to make some adjustments so you can find out what works best when you're playing it. But what I've told you works for everyone. But now, getting that exact positioning, making sure the fingers are the front side of the fret is still for everyone. But finding that exact hand position, that exact finger position might change just a little bit from each person to each person. The trick is though, have your elbow tucked into your side and you'll generally get that twist. So when you tuck it in, hello, what do you want? Where are you from? Alright, so getting that twist right there. Alright. So have fun playing this piece. Play it for all your cousins, play it for all the kids in the neighborhood, be the coolest kid in school and the coolest kid in the gate for at least 1 week. And I will see you again next week for our next theme. Have fun practicing grade 7.